For so many local businesses, marketing just feels like a constant uphill battle. It's a drain on your money, your time, your sanity. But what if the problem isn't your tactics? What if the whole system is broken? Today, we're going to break down a really interesting new model that gives this problem a name, marketing cancer, and it proposes a pretty radical cure, the Co-op Business Club. So here's our game plan. First, we'll diagnose the disease it's trying to solve. Then we'll dive into the cure, this new co-op model. We'll look at how it's actually built, the blueprint for growth, and maybe most importantly, why community is the secret sauce. All right, so first things first, we have to get our heads around the problem this whole thing is designed to fix, and they use a really powerful and honestly kind of unsettling metaphor for what tons of business owners go through every single day. They call it marketing cancer. And the idea is that it's this slow, creeping threat. It's not one big disaster, right? It's a series of small, expensive problems. A bad Google Ads campaign here, a flaky marketing agency there. And over time, all those little things compound until they can literally kill the business. And this shows up in ways that are probably all too familiar. You get what they call spaghetti marketing, just throwing everything at the wall hoping something sticks. Meanwhile, your budget is getting torched, you're jumping from one tool to the next, and you just feel like you're completely on your own in this fight. These are the symptoms of a much, much deeper issue. Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. The big idea here isn't to just slap another Band-Aid on those symptoms. It's about building a totally different, much more resilient system from the ground up. And here it is, the Co-op Business Club. They describe it as a marketing machine that's powered and actually run by its own members. The whole goal is to create this self-sustaining immune system that can just naturally fight off all those threats like wasted ad spend and bad strategies. And this is where you really see the big shift in thinking. Instead of businesses competing against each other, they collaborate. Instead of getting hit with surprised agency bills, the pricing is fixed and totally transparent. And this is the big one. Instead of just renting access from big tech platforms, the members actually own the system together. So what does this immune system actually look like on the inside? How does it all work? Let's pop the hood and break down the different parts that make this whole machine run. You can see it's made up of 5 key pieces that all work together. You've got the Pulse Network, which is basically collective AI-driven advertising. Then Power Offers, which are proven templates to actually turn that attention into paying jobs. There's a built-in referral engine so members can pass leads to each other. And then you have the human side of it, ambassador rewards to help it grow, and local chapters for real face-to-face connection. Now, to really get the incentive engine behind this, check out this quote. This is from the founder, Daniel Morel, in a message he sent out to recruit ambassadors. It shows this isn't just about good vibes and community. There is a serious financial model built in to reward the people who help grow the network. And that number, $4,000 a month in recurring commissions, that's a big deal. It's designed to get influential people in local communities excited and turn them into powerful advocates. It makes the co-op's growth a win for everyone involved. Now, a system like this is only as good as its process, right? It needs a clear, repeatable playbook to actually work. So let's look at the strategic framework that everything inside the co-op is built on. And this brings us right back to that core challenge we talked about. How do you actually stop throwing spaghetti at the wall and start building a predictable way to get new customers? Well, the answer they provide is this PAS marketing framework. It's a really simple 4-step journey. Prospect, acquire, sell, and support. And the key is that it's a full loop. The support phase for a happy customer is designed to feed right back into the prospect phase by generating new referrals and great reviews. And to prove that this system creates predictable results, the model actually comes with a super bold guarantee. A 5 times return on your marketing investment, or you get your money back. That is a direct shot at the confusion and terrible results that define marketing cancer. Okay. Finally, let's talk about the culture. The whole point is to build a community that feels really, really different from the stuffy old networking groups that a lot of us are used to. And wow, when you put it side by side with traditional networks, the difference is just night and day. Forget mandatory 7 a.m. meetings and referral quotas. The co-op is all about fun evening socials and letting the automated systems drive the growth. The whole vibe shifts from high-pressure performance to natural collaboration built on real trust. So how do you get in? Well, the pricing structure is laid out as a really clear value ladder. There's a super accessible entry point with the starter tier. extend the core done with you offering in the growth tier into high-level option for businesses that are ready to scale across multiple cities. Now, that core growth tier is aimed at a very specific type of business. We're talking established companies, usually in service industries like home services or healthcare. They're already doing well, but they've just hit a wall with their marketing, and they are so tired of the waste and the unpredictability. So where is all this headed? What's the big picture? Well, the ambition here is huge. It starts with a small pilot program in Austin, Texas, but the goals scale up incredibly fast, expanding to 100 cities in the first year, with the ultimate goal of becoming bigger than a massive global network like BNI by 2030. And this quote just perfectly captures the scale of that ambition. The vision isn't just to be another marketing agency. It's to build a whole new community-owned infrastructure that completely changes how local business referrals work online. So when you boil it all down, the cure they're proposing is really a mix of three powerful things. It's not just about the people, and it's not just about the tech. It's the combination of a trusted community, smart automation, and a shared ownership model that makes the whole thing work. And that really brings us to the final thought-provoking question this whole model raises. It's asking every local business owner to make a fundamental choice. Is your future in collectively owning your marketing system with your peers, or in continuing to just rent access from these giant tech platforms that are always changing and always getting more expensive? It's definitely something to think about.